This week's episode of Digimon Adventure: was definitely quite a bit slower paced than the previous one, but it also did have a lot of interesting exposition that I was excited to learn about. The episode starts off with Wargreymon and Taichi meeting up with Sora and the other Digimon. Lotmon approaches them and reveals themselves to be a reincarnation of one of the holy Digimon who fought in the ancient war, Cherubimon, a Mega Digimon. Lotmon's memories were awoken by Agumon's evolution into Wargreymon, something that can be felt a far distance away by both Patamon and, interestingly enough, Skull Knightmon. An army of Bakumon also detects the newly awakened Lotmon and pursues the group. While running away, Lotmon shares their memories of the war with Taichi and Sora. During this, we see the silhouettes of all the other main Digimon's Mega Evolution, and also the big bad of the series, Millenniummon. It's also revealed that the dark energy sent from the human world is resonating with the fragments of Millenniummon, who is using this to slowly gain back their original power. After catching up with the group, some of the Bakumon evolve into Metal Phantommon, and the children protect Lotmon as it prepares a way for everyone to escape. While all this is happening, we cut over to Koshiro, who discovers that the satellites in the International Space Station are going to converge into a huge mass of space debris that will fall down to Tokyo, causing widespread destruction. One of the Metal Phantommon evolves into Gokumon, and Metal Greymon evolves into Wargreymon to defeat it, giving us a pretty sweet looking one-handed Gaia for us while he's at it. Garudamon also defeats the other two Metal Phantommon at the same time. Lotmon fishes the ritual nearby, which revives a pack of Commandamon, which they use to escape the forest. Before parting ways with the children, Lotmon confirms Taichi's suspicions that there's another holy Digimon who is missing, and its partner is Hikari. The Commandamon then split up to look for the scattered children and their Digimon partners, while Hikari notices that the crystal Skull Knightmon carries is actually the moon form of Millenniummon. So, like I said before, there wasn't a whole lot that happened in this episode at first glance, but when you get down into it, there was a lot of information that we were given. First off, they officially revealed the big bad of the series, Millenniummon. This was basically something that was already all but confirmed if you really knew what to look for, but I'm still super happy that we got Millenniummon as the main threat for this series. Millenniummon is a Digimon that you wouldn't really be familiar with if you just watched the shows, as its primary roles so far have been in the video games. Not only that, but those games have so far also been only exclusive to Japan, so it's fairly difficult to play it if you don't speak Japanese. Anyway, without getting too much into it, Millenniummon is basically an evil god of the Digimon world. He's definitely way more powerful than anything we've seen in the series so far, even Omegamon, which has me excited for what's to come. I already had my suspicions before, but having such a powerful foe will definitely mean that the group is going to need more than just Omegamon to defeat it. Additionally, according to lore, this Millenniummon is likely going to be much more powerful than it was when it was destroyed during the Ancient War. Speaking of that, we actually learned quite a bit about what's to come in the future from this Ancient War scene. First, we do see all of the Digimon's Mega Evolutions again, confirming that they all definitely will be getting their Megas in this series. And also that, like Wargreymon, some are going to be quite a bit bigger than they were in the previous series. We also see that, and this is going to be a minor spoiler for those unfamiliar with the previous Digimon series, Angewomon's primary evolution is definitely going to be Ophanimon instead of Holydramon or Magnadramon. Personally, I'm all for this because I always thought Ophanimon was way cooler and fit more as a partner to Seraphimon. Now, this does beg the question though, where is Tailmon or Gatomon right now? We're getting pretty far into the series, and so far we haven't seen Hikari's soon-to-be partner at all yet, except for in the intros and the outros. Or have we? So my theory right now is that we've already met Tailmon, just in a different form. Actually, I have two theories about this, so feel free to skip ahead about a minute if you want to be completely surprised. The first theory, and I think this is the one that they're trying to lead us to believe, is that Skull Knightmon is actually Tailmon in another form. Digimon can essentially evolve into different species if the situation permits, so this wouldn't be too far out there honestly. This would also be a reason why Skull Knightmon reacted to Lotmon awakening its past memories in the same way that Patamon did. However, another reason for this could simply be that Skull Knightmon is currently possessed by Millenniummon, who is actually the one to notice Lotmon in the distance. My other theory, and I think this one actually makes a bit more sense, is that the Digimon Hikari and Skull Knightmon are currently riding on, Maildramon, is actually Tailmon. Canonically, Maildramon is an alternate evolution to Tailmon, and if they were corrupted by Millenniummon, it would make sense that they'd evolve into this dark version. The series hasn't made this seem as obvious as the Skull Knightmon theory, but I think it's one that definitely makes the most sense. All in all, I think this episode was actually really solid. If I had any complaints, it would have been that the fight between Wargreymon and Gokumon was just another fight that ended in one blow. Though it was really cool to see a one-handed Gaia force by Wargreymon. I'd love to see this kind of attack implemented in more creative ways in the future. But what did you all think of the episode though? Do you agree with either of my theories about Tailmon? What do you think about Millenniummon? And are you excited to see him as the big bad the group has to defeat? Who do you think will be the next Digimon to get their Mega Evolution? Yamato seems like the obvious choice to me, but who knows? Leave those thoughts or any others in the comments. Thank you as always for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one.